Welcome back, guys. Another episode of Endgame here, sitting just inside of 9 weeks out. So pretty much the halfway point of this prep. I started at 18 out. Feeling pretty fresh off the back of a deload last week. Body feels good, mind feels good. Well, mind feels as good as it's going to at this point in prep. 1 minute I'll be feeling fantastic, next minute I'll think I look like a sack of shit. Next minute I'll be in my own head about something else. But on the whole, things are pretty good. Yeah, body feels good, so we're in for push to their destination, starting with a bit of calves and then get into the fun stuff. And as ever, a little bit of posing post-workout. I feel like last time condition was obviously I shaved, so things were looking good, but things have come on a pretty substantial step in the 2 weeks since then. So be interested to see what you guys think. Got some pretty good feedback from last time. Got a little bit of hate, but I'm all for that because algorithm, comments, they're all important, so bring it on, I say. But yeah, we'll get stuck into it. Thank you guys ever for being here. Let's get in. So I'm trying to think last time with calves what I was doing. I think I was training 3 times a week. So I've dropped that to 2, but I'm making the sessions more worthwhile. I just felt like, although I was getting some like stimulation, I wasn't really going at it. So I've dropped to 2 sessions, like effectively 4 working sets. So a heavy set, 2 back off sets, and now I'm going to go into a double drop set. So the overall volume is actually slightly higher than when I did the 3 sessions, or the overall working volume, but it's just a bit more condensed into the 2. So no particular reason, just I felt I would get more out of it this way. So yeah, there's a little fun fact on a minor training change. So starting off with my favourite, seated dumbbell laterals. Yeah, no other way for it, I just really fucking like them. Still, session setup stays exactly the same, so I'm sure if you flick back 4 or 5 videos, it's probably this session with maybe just some minor tweaks. But as it stands, training volume stays the same, recovery's been good. The deload week was more to prevent, I suppose, anything going awry rather than just like it was desperately needed. It was very much appreciated. So yeah, things are ticking over really well. Energy is quite good today. Had a high day 2 days ago, so maybe there'll be a little bit more life in this video. I think the last one was quite flat. I'm sure there'll be plenty of that to come, but we'll try and keep it a bit more up tempo today. So exercise number 3, technically 4 if you include calves. So start with seated dumbbell laterals, then into the prime pec deck. Both of those isolation movements, high volume, something I've always enjoyed, always liked, always felt good. You know, right now my chest is very full, it's very connected going into these presses. I think on a prep it probably has a little bit more to be said for it because it's going to keep you a little bit safer when potentially the joints are a bit drier, a little bit more vulnerable. Yes, it's going to impact your total pressing power. Obviously, if I did this first, I would be stronger, but I'm still focusing on progress within where I'm at in the session. So, you know, as long as this is always exercise number 3 or 4, then my kind of comparison for progress is always going to be the same. So hopefully that makes sense. Again, horses for courses. Other guys won't do this. Like I know Jordan, trained by JP, he just goes at the heavy shit like an absolute animal. Even watching him sometimes makes my joints hurt, but nothing but admiration for what he can do and, you know, the way he looks for it. So, you know, I don't look bad, he looks fucking awesome. You make your own decision after trying different bits, what kind of feels best and works best for you. So that's our pressing done. So today's press is a choice with the incline prime, flat nautilus. There's 3 working sets on the incline prime, a top set, a lighter back off, and then a lighter again back off, and just your standard top and back off set here. Really happy actually. For those keen-eyed viewers on the prime, you might notice that I've started loading the bottom pin, and the reason for that is having a bit of weight down there makes it lighter at the start of the movement. I've moaned enough on this channel about my shoulders. I'm paying extra attention to keep them in the best place possible during prep, and by taking a bit of pressure off that, or a little bit of load out the bottom, really helps, and I get even more out of it because I can sort of go at the set with less fear and no pain at all. So that's a really positive change. I was up a rep on the top set, matched the others, and I was up in weight on the top set here. So still progressing, which I'm really happy with, especially on pressing movements, which typically as you get lighter tend to suffer more. But yeah, while it's going well, I'll ride that wave. So finish chest off with some seated cable flies. Again, isolation movement, so basically sandwiching the presses with pec deck and then cable isolation, cable flies. I like, although they're quite similar, they're not, and they both feel good. So yeah, a bit of volume to finish with a drop set. Now onto some triceps, just with a superset of push downs and then overhead. Really nice, really nice superset that, because it works both kind of ends of the spectrum of the tricep. So if you want to try it and get a nasty pump, I highly recommend. And then we'll finish off with just a little bit of delts. So yeah, mainly the majority of the work of this session is chest, with some tries, with some delts, which also get a second top up later in the week, as does chest, because your boy can't have enough. Need some meaty titties to compete with these open boys. Oh, 4 sets single arm. That's all there is to say. 4 sets single arm, absolute pump city. I'm going to finish off with some rear delts, literally 1 set to a drop set. Rear delts is something I've been a little bit limited with. That's been something in particular, my right shoulder really pinches. But again, looking at where the loading point is, it's worse in that position. So with the dumbbells, what I'm going to do, that's where the resistance is the least. So again, the resistance profile for some of these things, the prime incline, this exercise might not be optimal, but what's the point of doing optimal if it's going to hurt me? Optimal for me right now is pain-free, where I can actually feel the muscles working safely. So again, when you're looking at my programs or my sessions even, bear in mind that there's a reason I'm doing what I'm doing, but it might not be on paper optimal, which I know we all love. Yes guys, so fantastic session. Really happy with that. You know, at this point, any progress within the sessions I'm ecstatic with, but even more so, it's kind of how I feel. You'll notice in pretty much all the videos, upper body sessions moving forward, I'll probably be wearing a tank top or a vest. And that's because, you know, I'm very self-critical, but I'm actually at a point where I'm starting to like what I see. And because of that, I get quite a lot of drive and motivation to see that I'm looking decent, you know. I'm well aware I'm, not going to be the best bodybuilder by a long shot on that stage, but I am comparing myself to myself. And as I feel right now, I feel like I am the best version and only getting better. So yeah, really happy. Just those little glimpses when you're wearing a vest in the mirror, new lines coming through, a little bit more vascularity. It all just makes the process that much more rewarding and enjoyable, because it's starting to drag now. I had a couple of days last week, or the week prior to that even, where my feet were really feeling really heavy, like getting the rest of my steps done was a chore. I was waking up for cardio feeling slightly lackluster. But again, I've done this long enough to know that it's in those times of feeling like that you often make the most progress, because that's where your body is trying to convince you that it doesn't want to get leaner, but it's on the verge of having to, and you've got to force it. So yeah, excellent session, excellent start to the prep. Halfway to go. I feel like I'm in a great spot. The posing there felt decent, so we'll have to see what it looks like on the video. But please comment any questions you've got. I try to be as informative as possible, and obviously my update videos cover more of the ins and outs of like the food and the cardio, etc. So yeah, stay tuned. for another one next week. And in the meantime, thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe. We're building, guys, we're building. It's really cool for me to see. Again, just a nice little boost for me mentally. So keep it going. Thank you very much. And I'll see you in the next episode.